Hello there! Welcome to We Are Crafted in His Image. It has been a really long time since I got to do a video. I had surgery, then I was out of town, then my husband had surgery, and then we had family visiting for the holidays, and crafting just kind of had to take the back seat. It had to be put on the back burner for a while, and so I'm excited though to be back, although this will probably be my only video for a little while longer because in 2 days I'm having surgery again and I won't have use of this hand for a little while. So anyway though, I wanted to share a project that I did for you. We've been working on Technique Tuesdays, going through the alphabet, and we left off with H, so that means we're starting I, and I is for inlay, and I thought that this new stamp set and die set was perfect for this technique. And it basically is a technique where all of your pieces are inlaid together so that it's all flat and level. So this is all really one layer of cardstock on here, including the background piece and all of this together. It's all just one layer of cardstock on top of the card. It's kind of a cool, almost looks like a mosaic in this particular one, but I want to show you how I did it. So let's get started. I'm going to move some things out of the way. And my husband has reset my workspace again, and so trying to figure out exactly how to make everything work. A little bit tricky. So first thing I'm going to show you, I did a lot of the stamping and die cutting all ahead of time because I know you guys know how to stamp, you know how to die cut. But I'm going to show you, I started with, there it is, a piece of cardstock that's going to go on the front. So this is 4 by 5 1/4. And first thing I did was use the die and cut one out of the middle of it. Okay, so I used this die here. I use this die a lot, but I cut one right out of the middle of that, and then I went ahead and stamped on this piece, and I went ahead and embossed this piece. So now I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to add a little color to my embossed piece. Pull in my scrap sheet here, and some crumb cake. One of our blending brushes, and I'm just going to lightly go around. I would like more color on the edge and less in the middle, and you do want to be a little bit gentle, especially around all these little pieces that are sticking up here so you don't end up bending them. And I'm going to go ahead, I know my paper's kind of wobbling around on here. I'm using our new glass mat, which is really kind of cool. I like that I can cut directly on it with an X-Acto knife if I need to, because I do a lot of other crafting besides just my paper crafts. So there, this part is finished. Go ahead and get this out of the way. And really, I'm going to go right to the assembling. I'm going to show you how I put this together. Now, the first thing I had to do was, like I said, I needed to use that die. I needed to cut out quite a few things. So I cut out our black outline here, and then I also cut it out in pink, and I cut it out in green. Now, if you can get it to come out like this is the best way to do it, because now I have all of the little pieces that I need. They're all in the right spot, and it's going to make it easier to assemble in a minute. This one here, I've got a few. I made sure I had all the pieces here, but they're not all stuck in my frame. They're all kind of in there, so that's going to take me a little more work. And then I cut out one. I wanted the yellow for the center, so I do have the little yellow center centers there as well. Now I could have done this, and I could have put our sticky paper adhesive sheets on the back of all of these to help glue them on all together. However, that would have used a lot of adhesive sheets. It would have wasted a lot of adhesive sheets, and it would have been a lot of work peeling the backing off of all of those. So I'm going to show you a little bit simpler way to do that, and that is basically, I've cut a piece of adhesive sheet that's going to fit on the back side of this piece. So I'm going to start by peeling off a piece of this. Actually, I don't want to do it. If I'd have done it this way, I would have stuck it to the glass, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to turn it, I have sticky side up, and I'm going to just make sure that this is going to fit in there properly. See, I can set it down here because I haven't released that paper yet. And then I'm going to stick that down on the top. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and release the second sheet. Maybe. There we go. Lay that down. Try not to touch the sticky part. And then one more sheet here. And put that down. Now, I do want to make sure those edges are done, but like I said, I don't want to touch the sticky. So that piece that I just peeled off, I'm going to lay it on here, and I'm going to use that so that I can press those things down without messing up the adhesive. There we go. So now I'm going to take the black outline and go ahead and add that in there. Just kind of wiggle, make sure, because this is flexible, so you're going to want to, you'll have to wiggle it to get it in just the right spot. You want it right up against that edge. There we go. And again, you don't want to be touching that sticky too much with your fingers, or it won't be sticky anymore. So there we go. And now I'm going to go ahead and put the part that I stamped already in the center. Whoops, we're a little crooked. There we go. Press that. I don't need it for that part. I can use it for this part. There we go. I do need it for down here though. Okay, and now this little tool will become your friend, because what you want to do now is you're going to go ahead and, oh, and one thing I did do, which I forgot to mention, when I cut out, whoops, the white, where this black outline is, when I cut that out, there were two little tiny white pieces that I wanted to hold on to, because, flip that over, flip over. You're not going to flip over for me. They actually go, one of them goes right here, because that's not a leaf, that's the background. And this one, so when you're doing this, depending on which dye you're using, you got to kind of really look to see, are they leaves, are they flowers, are they background? There we go. So that goes there. Little tiny little pieces. So now what I'm going to do is take my sticky tool and grab my leaves, if they let me. And I think I need to pull out some more sticky on my sticky tool, because I used it quite a bit yesterday. Let's get some new sticky to come out. There we go. Oh, almost dropped it. Okay, pick up the next one, stick it down. See, it's so much easier if it has stayed inside there for you, because you just grab it and stick it in its coordinated spot. Especially these little teeny tiny things. Come here, that one's stuck. Alright, we may have to break a few loose. But at least I know where it goes, right? You're backwards. Turn it around here. Come on. Oh, I have stuff stuck to you, no wonder. There we go. And now my leaves down here. Isn't this really pretty? I'm using the Moody Mauve for my pink color for my flowers. And then I'm using, I believe it's Old Olive is the green. And I'm not even sure which yellow I used. I'll have to look. Oh, I'm missing a leaf. I'm missing, oh, there it is. There it is. Come on, turn around. There we go. And now for the flowers. So you can fast forward through this part if you want, because it's kind of repetitive. Oh, come on, get in there. Get in there. There we go. This tool is like perfect for this job. I'm doing all the ones that I know where they go first, and then I will grab the other ones and do, if you like puzzles, this is a great project for that. Trying to figure out which piece goes where. I'm trying to do it without touching the adhesive. I should probably pull this piece out and use that. Okay, now let's see where all of these little pieces go. Grab the ones that are already flipped in the right direction. Oh, I see where it goes. The big ones are easier to figure out. Little tiny one. So we have a few new members of our family. Our daughter and her family will be stationed in Japan in a few months. And so we currently have their little pupper. Actually, he's not a little pupper. He's a good sized dog. And their kitty cat will be living with us for a while. So when I'm doing my videos, don't be surprised if they make some guest appearances. Especially Cosmo the cat. She loves, I'm surprised she's not on my desk right now. Because usually as soon as I sit here, she comes running and meowing at me. So I'm very surprised that she isn't at the moment. Although she does tend to wait until evening to come out when the dog is asleep. She doesn't really get along super well with Phantom the dog. Okay, so now we just need our yellow centers. There's one, and there's the other. And there we go. There is this part all finished. Let me get this out of our way. And I'm going to go ahead and do, now I already stamped our inside, but I'm going to color this little flower. And I'm going to show you, I am using our new little mat that you can get for free, actually, if you sign up as a demonstrator. And it has these little palettes here. And so I'm going to take, this is an old olive and it's in a little spot, and this makes it kind of easy to squish down on here. You can actually squish it right into one of those. And then a watercolor brush and just drop some water on there. Of course, if you don't have this, you can do the same thing right onto our acrylic blocks, like I've done in many, many videos. Now this is our standard paper. It's not watercolor paper, so I want to be quick with this and I don't want to try and over blend or it's going to just rip the paper apart. So this has to be a simple project, I mean a simple coloring, not a lot of deep coloring. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the Moody Mauve. Now it's kind of hard to get this big one in here, so I'm just going to, there we go, kind of squish it in there. And do the same thing, drop some water. Ooh, I still had green on my brush. And mix that in, and then just color my flower in with it. Again, I'm not doing any shading because this isn't watercolor paper, so it doesn't like a lot of water on it without it kind of pilling up and falling apart on us. So just a little color. Since the outside design is more of a flat, solid color anyway, this kind of coordinates with that, with the front. And there we go, there's our coloring done. So now we can assemble, quick and easy. I have my card here, card base, fold, score. I'm trying to remember which side of my desk all of my tools are at. There we go. And tape is on this side. Let's put our inside in first. Make sure that's dry. Oh, come on. Oh, I didn't pull you up far enough. There we go. I do love having the glass mat because it's going to be easy to clean when I get stickies or ink or whatever on it. Alright, I do like to do mine upside down because I like doing it on this side. There we go. That's on. And now, thankfully, I've already got adhesive on the back, but I want to make sure all the way to these edges are done, especially since we have, I forgot, one thing I did forget to do. Once you are finished with this, you really want to burnish that down. So to make sure all of those little pieces are thoroughly stuck to that adhesive. So you're going to want to take your bone folder and go over the whole thing and make sure that adhesive is really well adhered down. There we go. Peel that off. But then I am going to go over it with my tape runner right on those edges, because I did emboss the edges and they're not smooth and flat. They're going to want to buckle up, and we don't want that. So, I grabbed the wrong part. Don't do that part. Oh, all the little pieces are stuck to my finger. Looky there. Okay, well, I will stick them back down once I put this down. Okay, don't do what I did. Make sure when you're touching it, you're just touching that outside edge and not... I'm trying to do this without messing up the pieces that are on my finger. There we go. There. Okay, now, which pieces are missing? This piece here, which actually you can't even tell it's missing because it's got that color in the background. I was like, where did it go? This piece goes right here. There we go. Now, make sure those two are burnished down on there. And there we have our finished card. And you see I stamped the other little flower on there. And that is our finished inlaid card. I hope you liked it. I hope the tip with the adhesive helps. And until next time, which I don't know when that's going to be, God's love and blessings to you. Bye.